I had a dream last night that I was picking out new PC parts with the famous Rust tuber BernE. Well, anyway, I was having my copy scrolling through Twitter when I came across this tweet by BernE himself. Thought, no ways. This must be fate. But where did my story start, you may ask? Well, let's find out. The date you saw there is the day that I dropped out of university where I was studying engineering to pursue a full-time career in esports. That was not an easy decision for me. I come from a family of academics, as well as last year I fell into heavy alcohol abuse. I was not in a good mind. I fell into many depressive states and had to seek professional help because of it. It was not an easy time for me, and going back on the decision, I would still want to be where I am today, as university or so, I guess, it wasn't for me. I currently work for a South African esports organization called 80K Arena, where I work in broadcast and production. As well as, I guess I'm a little bit of a part-time caster for Counter-Strike in our local scene. I love my job, and I work in a pretty cool studio like this. I mean, it's pretty cool, you can't lie. As well as I get to do things like design real-life racetracks into simulator games. But the problem with all of this is that I don't get to use my passion outside of work. I don't earn enough to be able to buy any sort of luxuries. I pretty much buy my butter and bread every single month and pay rent, taxes, you know, being a good citizen. Make sure you pay your taxes. And after that, I'm not able to save any money. I'm not able to save even 500 grand, which is, I guess, what, $25 a month? Because of, I guess, my situation, South Africa's situation. I mean, the whole world pretty much just went through pretty much a big depression, which didn't help all of us. But being in a country like South Africa, we got hit by it pretty hard. There were people rioting in the streets, people losing their jobs. Just down the road from me, I would say 80% of the businesses closed down over lockdown. There was very little support from our government as well to help keep these places running. And within all of that, the whole country struggled. So I can't just speak for myself when I'm saying that I'm struggling in these times. One thing that I'm definitely proud of is that I built my own PC from scratch. I did all of the welding, all of the cutting, drilling, did myself back in 2014. Besides from that, I'm currently running a GTX 1060, an i5 5600, 8 gigs of RAM. My poor stick is being abused every single day. It's only got 1 stick of RAM, as well as a 256 gig SSD, and then a few hard drives for storage, where I pretty much dump a bunch of footage that I have, but I'm not able to edit any of that. I've set myself a few goals for my own personal production / editing, as well as streaming. Well, firstly, I've always had this idea to stream to Twitch, where I'll be doing something different every single day, as well as normal gameplay, but pretty much becoming like a show. Like, I want to bring TV to Twitch pretty much, but in a personal space and a more interactive space for cats and the audience. I don't think people fully discovered the potential of live streaming, and I think it's going to waste. I also make some pretty good plays sometimes like this. as well as sometimes sometimes I like to get lucky. This was when I was streaming from our work PCs. Besides from the gaming aspect, I also produce and film a lot of scenery footage with my GoPro. It's always been a big passion of mine. I had a camera in my life since I was probably 10 years old. I do a lot of editing and filming with my GoPro. So I guess the reason why I want an upgraded PC is so that I can start creating content for the community. I want to be able to put a smile on other people's faces. Be somebody that they can go to just an hour, 2, 3 hours a day. Go to YouTube. Be able to watch past content that I've produced, so that they can escape from their problems, like your content has been able to do for me, as well as other people within your community. And I can't do that. It's just too frustrating to be able to edit, and the quality of production that I can get out of the setup that I currently have for live streaming is just not workable. I can't do it. And yeah, that's the story. Well, BernE, that's the thing. I haven't written this chapter yet. So will you allow me to finish the story?